So this is going to be Warhammer Fantasy 2400 points battle report. We've got Orcs and Goblins against Beastmen, and we are playing a battle line scenario. It's using the Swedish comp, so we got me, Paul, with my Beastmen against Richard's Orcs. So do you want to just describe what you got here, Richard?
Yeah, so I got 40 Black Orcs with Standard and Musician. And then I've got 40 Savages with Standard and Musician. I've got Ragnarok Spider. I've got 2 Spear Chuckers. 20 Night Goblin with short bows.
Got a bunker behind there.
With BSB, Night Goblin BSB, and level 4 Orc Savage Orc Great Shaman. Then I've got 63 Night Goblins, Spears, Shields, Nets, and a banner. And then I've got 2 units of 5 Spider Riders, both with Musician, and a Doom Diver in the back.
And these guys have vanguarded up.
Yeah.
Okay. So, looking across from the other side, right over there, miles away, we've got a little unit of 5 Centigores. Now we've got a Razor Gore. There's the Herdstone, a couple of Grey Shaman dancing around it. We've got 39 they're Vestigores, great weapons, and there's a Beast Lord in there. There's 40 Ungor with hand weapon and shield, and we've got 38 Gore with extra hand weapons, BSB, and a level 4 unplaying beasts, and we've got 5 Ungor Raiders and a Razor Gore. And waiting to come on the board, we've got 10 more Gore with hand weapons, and another little unit of Ungor Raiders. Okay, end of Beastman turn 1, not a lot really happens, just generally moved up. I defended that obstacle there, which is a blazing barricade. Nothing happened in magic, which scrolled a boosted amber spear and stopped the Curse of Anra here. Yeah, that's it. On to Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Yes, my small Gorehog did come in at ambush, but they came on right over this far side of the board, so they've got a massive trek before they can do anything. And the Ungor Raiders are still trying to find the battlefield. They're off in the undergrowth somewhere, just trying to stay alive, which is probably the best place for an Ungor Raider, really. Okay, Orcs and Goblins turn 1. Do you want to just talk us through it?
Yeah, so the lines moved up and the war machines have just pivoted. Magic phase was uneventful. I rolled a 3 on the Winds of Magic and tried to cast Edbutt.
That was a total fail, wasn't it?
Which failed. The Spider Riders there had charged into the Raiders and they killed 2 in combat. They lost 2, 1 to shooting, 1 to dangerous terrain, and then ran them down.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it. Uneventful so far. Okay, let's see how we go on to Beastman turn. Okay, end of Beastman turn 2. Still not a lot going on really. The Razor Gore over here has tried to charge the Spider Riders. They've decided to flee. Probably sensible because he's strength 6 on the charge. He's toughness 5, so he's pretty tough. What else? So I've just kind of stayed in put. I'm pretty happy behind this blazing barricade actually. Just hunkered down behind that, see what goes on there. I managed to get Curse of Anra here on the Savages in the magic phase, and I also put 5 wounds on that Ragnarok with a boosted amber spear. So yeah, Winds of Magic were pretty kind to me that time. I got a couple of channels as well. Skirmishing Ungor Raiders, they've appeared. I put them over there. I was kind of uncertain where to put them, but I thought that might be the best place for them to do some damage. Tie up those war machines. I've planted a Razor Gore in front of the Black Orcs, try and slow down them a little bit. And yeah, that's it. Centigore's still kind of hanging back over there. Alright, on to Orcs and Goblins, turn 2.
I'm finished, the Savages are halved.
The Savages are halved, yeah. Okay, so that was quite a good turn for the Beastmen. You note something missing, the A-Rock, dead. He charged in, Put a wound on the Great Bro Shaman, but was killed by all the gore. Night Goblins failed their charge, so they didn't join in that. That could have been good. The Savages charged, but they suffered terribly from the Curse of Umra here, and they're thinned out quite a bit, although they're still quite a dangerous unit. There's still quite a few of them. Which tried to Hand of Gork, the Black Orcs decided not to accept my redirect offer there, and decided to try and Hand of Gork them, but I managed to stop that. Aside from that, shooting was pretty much a fail. I think he did 1 wound on the Vestigal, and the spiders rallied, and those guys are sitting there, which I think you've got to shoot them.
Yeah.
Did you want to shoot them?
No.
Shoot them if you want.
Doesn't do a lot.
Okay, yeah, Razor Gore made a 7-inch charge, but he kind of took a poison wound off the spiders and another wound off the riders, I think. And that they stuck around in that combat, which was a bit of a fail. Magic, not a lot really. I managed to do a few wounds with an amber spear to the goblin bunker. Combat over here, took a couple of wounds off the war machine with the Ungol Raiders. Other than that, it's kind of as you were. Not a lot going on in the Beastmen turn. I'm being a bit too passive. I wonder if I'm going to pay for that. All right, Orcs and Goblins turn 3. But just taking a quick shot halfway through Orcs and Goblins turn 3. You want to say, take it away, Rich?
So the Black Orcs swift reformed and moved up over there. I tried in the magic phase Hand of Gork on those guys, but that was dispelled irresistibly. The Shaman and the BSB both moved out of the unit, just to grant the Inspiring Presence and the rerolls on the units that are in combat. I charged the Night Goblins and the Savages, both in at the units across from them, and the Spider Riders went into the back of the Gore Herd. And that is pretty much it. I tried to Hand of Gork the Black Orcs, didn't work. And here we go on the Orc units, but that was scrolled. So.
Let's see how we go. Alright, big combat. Well, it was kind of a push. Nothing too dramatic happened. The Gore block won combat against the Night Goblins, but they stuck on Steadfast. And the reverse happened with the Savages against the Ungol. Ungol lost by quite a lot, but stuck on Steadfast. And the little Ungol Raiders managed to take out their Spear Chucker. So happy days over there. Okay, on to Beastmen turn 4. Okay, end of Beastmen turn 4. Is that Beastmen turn 4? Yeah. So I managed to get off massive transformation of Codan. Mountain Chimera came in and killed quite a few of the Night Goblins, broke them, joined into combat with the Savages, who were also almost all killed, but they broke and ran. I managed to overrun into the Night Goblins and kill them. The Beastigors won combat against the Black Orcs, but Black Orcs stuck around with Steadfast. So yeah, that one could be interesting now because the Orcs get to cast some magic before their next combat. And the Goblin BSB took a wound against the Ungol Raiders, but basically he's sticking around. And the Orc Shaman is in a kind of precarious spot, sitting there, being stared down by a Mountain Chimera. It's quite a cool shot there. End of Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Turn 4.
Yeah, turn 4.
And yeah, the Bestigors have won the combat against the Black Orcs. Black Orcs broken, run down, and that's pretty much the game. We'll kind of call it there because yeah, there's not a lot else going on. The Orc Shaman unfortunately failed to dispel the transformation spell, so that Chimera is still there.
Savage Orcs rallied on.
The Savage, the Savage Orcs came back in. They stood up. We've got one more combat to do.
Can you do that?
You're not keen on doing that one? Okay. that's the battle. Yeah, ended up pretty big win for the Beastmen, but I don't know. We'll do a little think about it and then maybe a recap afterwards on how the game went and what we could have done differently. But yeah, good game.